And tonight, I want to pose a question. Is there a problem with our police service? I ask this because numbers do not lie. Statistics from the Independent Policing Oversight Authority, IPOA, indicate that between January to June this year, 1,324 complaints of police excesses have been received and processed. Of these, 105 cases were allegations of deaths and serious injuries. 21 of the victims had died while in police custody, 55 had lost their lives from direct police action, 15 succumbed to injuries caused by police bullets, 12 were victims of enforced disappearance, and 2 died from unlawful discharge of firearms. The numbers I mentioned here do not include the 2 brothers from Kianjokoma, Embu County, the late Benson Njiro Ndwega and Emmanuel Mutora Ndwega, whose killing captured the national attention and rightfully angered Kenyans, even forcing the highest officers in the national security sector to act. As a result, 6 police officers, Corporals Benson Mputhia and Caroline, and police constables Martin Wanyama, Nicholas Sang, Lillian Cherono, and James Mwaneki were arrested and are in police custody, awaiting murder charges. According to the IPOA report, in the same 6-month period, 1,219 cases of negligence of duty, abuse of office, physical assault, causing injury, harassment, corruption, and arbitrary arrest have been filed. The worst thing is, serious cases of police brutality and excesses have been filed in the last 16 months as law enforcers implemented the COVID-19 containment guidelines. And make no mistake, out of the more than 100,000 policemen and women in the country, there are many diligent, honest, hardworking, helpful, and reliable officers. But let's be honest, there are also some that do not deserve to be in the police service. The amount of force that has at times been used by some officers to enforce compliance with COVID-19 measures have resulted in deaths and injuries. One then wonders, what is the sense in brutalizing unarmed citizens ostensibly to protect them from the coronavirus? I would rather one contracts the virus, unfortunate as this would be, than having one to lose their life to police bullets or injuries caused by use of unmitigated force or excessive force. Alfred Charles Sharpton, an American civil rights activist, Baptist minister, talk show host, and politician, may have had Kenya in mind when he said, "We are not anti-police. We are anti-police brutality." End of quote. That brutality may not necessarily lead to death or injury. You see, some choices can also be brutal to the victim and the perpetrator too. 4 police officers based at Ruiru Police Station are on the verge of losing their jobs and serving long sentences in jail for allegedly forcing a suspect they had arrested for violation of curfew rules to transfer 1,030 shillings from his mobile money application and proceeded to withdraw the money. Now, I do not think that was very clever of those police officers. That is Thomas Agumba, Lawrence Mbao, James Munyoki, and Dan Care. An M-Pesa shop owner, Charles Muteria, and his employee, Bosco Ereng, were also roped in the saga. The 6 have been detained for 6 days at Kiambu Police Station as detectives conclude with robbery with violence investigations against them. You see, robbery with violence is a capital offense. But at what cost for these 4 police officers? Imagine just 1,030 shillings. Simple mathematics tells me that if they shared the money equally after withdrawal charges, each of the officers pocketed about 250 shillings. Imagine, just 250 bob. What is worse? The officers, according to Robert Motahi, the complainant, after arresting him, demanded his M-Pesa PIN, transferred the money to one of their lines, and deleted the transaction message. Mutahi's efforts to reverse the transaction were obviously futile. But did the officers think the mere action of deleting the transaction confirmation message would clear the evidence? In my village, Banana Hill, they would liken that to a person who walks in the open field wrapped in white. In Kaikai's village, they say you cannot hide by closing your eyes. Put it this way, and this is the answer to my question. Yes, there's a problem in the police service, a grand problem. And if the motto of the service is still utumishi kwa wote, then either utumishi has lost meaning, or we must need to be bold enough and return the old name, the police force. That would be more accurate, I would think. That's my punchline.